I found my data. How dare you to collect my data and sell it to advertisers? Check the same 3 websites every day. Only know 2 meals. Music. Playlist changed one time in his whole life, because he accidentally deleted it. I hope you didn't lose too much money selling this. This data is probably extremely valuable because it is so targeted. They know what websites to serve ads to. Only serve ads on 2 different types of food. Your music taste never changes, so don't bother serving ads for pop music. And from there they can likely extrapolate a lot more than you'd think. I actually really like catered ads. The amount of times they've shown me awesome D&D stuff I had no idea about prior is crazy. Plus Zuck also has audio and video recording on your phone and laptop on at all times. He knows how you masturbate at night. Also, that playlist? A bunch of the 3 billion people we scrubbed have exactly that playlist, and none of them cook similar meals. Let's try sending you more stuff they liked. Oh, you liked that, too? Good to know. I bet that person will like it too, then. Thanks for the data. Whoever is selling my data doesn't know about number 3. I would like to start the bidding at $3.50, any takers? $3.51. Wait a minute, that ain't no bidder, it's the Loch Ness Monster. Goddamn Loch Ness Monster. Get off my lawn. I ain't giving you no tree fitty. 3 fitty. 1 fatty catty. 3 websites. 1 Reddit. 2 Twitch. 3 Po. I mean Google. Reddit, obvious. Twitch, streams. Discord, yeah, even the app is a website, and YouTube, his videos. Wait. Have you tried Bing for your, Google? Poodle. Pocoyo. I just hope that no advertiser committed suicide after looking at my data. These are dark and terrifying, terabytes. Yes, Commissar, this is the man you're looking for. So you going to share the best bits or what? Boo. Hey Nick, I still need my headband. Thank you for linking a great content creator. Thank you for this. As someone that is relatively computer illiterate, this was what I basically thought about VPN, so thank you again for the confirmation. Imagine being the guy that paid big and got ripped off. People buying it, no problemo. Based on connecting that with the other data websites collect, we know that people who only check those 3 specific websites every day and eat those specific meals are highly likely to be susceptible to specific types of advertising for these specific types of products. We can also know what types of political beliefs you're likely to hold and how strongly, with best ways to influence those. Also, which crimes and other deviant behavior you're more likely to be up to. I had to scroll YAAAI too much to find a comment from someone who actually knows that your privacy and data are precious. Something extremely important about surveillance: it still impacts you if you have nothing to hide. Large-scale manipulation can easily be researched and done with it because they have direct, quick access to the impact of any actions they take, so it makes it exponentially easier to control a population. Trump's "drain the swamp" is a result of this. Cambridge Analytica tried a ton of different phrases until they got a very specific reaction out of the general population and sold that info to Trump. This is as dangerous as it could possibly get, and you must do something about it if you value freedom in any meaningful way. I had to scroll YAAAI too much to find a comment from someone who actually knows that your privacy and data are precious. They also sell your data to the police, who buy it as a way to avoid legal requirements of warrants. I have a friend who I consistently argue with about the subject. He doesn't seem to understand the issue with your data being taken. Edward Snowden phrased it well. It's not about having something to hide. It's about having something to protect. That thing is liberty. Saying you don't care about privacy because you have nothing to hide is no different from saying you don't care about freedom of speech because you've got nothing to say. The difference between secrecy and privacy, Nobody leaves the stall door open when they're taking a crap. Everyone knows they're taking a crap, but it's none of their freaking business. Everyone's so close but is missing the key fact. When you look at your own data, you're using your human mind to process the data. An appropriately trained neural network is orders of magnitude more predictive. No human doctor can look at your eye and notice patterns in the retina that indicate you've got a heart condition. No doctor would have told you it's possible. The neural network that learned how to do that didn't know it was going to do that either. It was just developed to draw parallels between instances of incredibly high likelihood in medical files. It's absolutely insane seeing a shit comic like this that understates the importance of personal data, especially on a site that is partially owned and funded by the dictatorial Chinese Communist Party. The first thing I'd want to do about that is ban political advertising on social media. I think Twitter's already done that. Then the next thing I'd want to do is to reverse Citizens United in the US or whichever loophole allows unlimited spending on campaign ads. I'm not saying there shouldn't be strong privacy laws or that people shouldn't be allowed to keep their data private. But I am saying that I, personally, don't care about my own data. Yeah, but comic man funny give karma. Why are you hiding your duck searches? No porn, results. I guess SR has committed the greatest sin of jerking it to his own art. Well, one of the three websites is Reddit, and you know how Reddit works. Kids, don't be like you /GoSci player, delete your cookies. They are still valuable data to set up ads specifically target your demographic, aka Reddit original content creators like dozens of you. Jokes on them, I sold my body to science first. What about the Fox girls? If you think your data is worthless, then send me all your information. I'll show you how valuable it is. Better add what type of porn the user's into, spending habits, highly specific amount of hours on certain websites, what part of a page they focused on the longest, who they pay bills online to, chat logs, etc. It's a bit more complicated than what this comic is saying. Location data up to 1 ping per second, all correlated with IP and Wi-Fi SSIDs. There's a video about a platform that uses this data. You can search this data on 17 million Americans too. You just need $600K/year. Low maintenance. Remember, /u/srgrapho, every day is always 2 words when you mean each day or daily. Every day is an adjective that means mundane. Conflating the two is an everyday mistake that people make every day, and in this case, I'm going to assume that the website was responsible for the typo, which makes them even worse. This post sponsored by VPN company. Does this data include access to r/Zoe? I'm sorry if this question hurts you. You are minimizing something that need everyone's attention. This will be turned against us at one point in time. It did made me laugh. But yet. Yeah, seriously. Don't placate and lull people into blissful acceptance. We need to elect people that stand up for people's right to privacy. Yes, normalizing government surveillance using humor. Arguing you don't care about privacy because you have nothing is hide is no different than saying you don't care about free speech because you have nothing to say. Edward Snowden. These type of posts brainwash people to accept without question the idea of your government spying on you not being a big deal. Privacy is a basic human right. Stand up for yourself, don't be a cog in their evil machine. The artist is displaying the depths of his ignorance on the matter to those who know better, and leading those who don't into a false sense of security, placing them further at odds with those who do. Totally worth the chuckles, I guess. Downplaying the right to privacy is like saying I don't care about freedom of speech because I have nothing to say. Believe it or not, that data can be analyzed and you could be targeted with misinformation on those websites. Also, it's not just about you, the one person. Once they know how many like you there are, with similar browsing habits, they can better straight guys how they can use that info and target a segment of the population. Once as a prank way back in late 90s early 00s someone made a gag profile for a dating site. It was comically fake, listing his occupation as a ninja making over 1 mil a year. Several years later he found a site where you could pay to see what data miners have about you. Sure enough, they had his occupation listed as ninja. I wish I could sell my data myself. Cut out the middleman. You can learn a lot about a person by the only 3 websites he visits. People need to understand this, how vital that data is to target you, and more important, know where you lean that can predict an election with a high degree of certainty. Do you know the power this gives to big companies like Amazon, MS, Apple, Google? Predicting an election result with almost a certainty? You don't understand at all, but okay. Still don't like them stealing my data. Propaganda. You don't know what they're collecting or why. It's not harmless. Don't buy the lies. I don't know, I think some duck-related things there could be interesting. This comic, while funny, misses the point. Everybody has something to hide, whether that's an embarrassing school incident, sin, bank account info, or something else. Who upvotes this garbage? Arguing that you don't care about the right to privacy because you have nothing to hide is no different than saying you don't care about free speech because you have nothing to say. Edward Snowden. Wait. What does it say after music? You know what it says, we all do. I messed up my advertising algorithm because, as a guy, I get a lot of advertisements for women's products. Grapho, I know this has nothing to do with the comic, but you've gotten fair is fair stuck in my head now. My data report? Nothing. Jerk uses an ad and script blocker. I only know how to cook pasta, so you can cook more than me. How dare you send me advertisements for D&D minis? Hi meals, I'm Zach. So what if I still check eBay for Beanie Babies? Hope they don't find my Reddit search history. It's funny when you look up something for research, then the next 3 days everything is flooded with diamond rings. Chill out Google, it was just for a D&D game. I stumble upon. Anyone remember that app? Funny thing, my last Google Pixel 3 XL broke. I went to Sprint because I pay for total equipment protection. I was told Google doesn't allow anyone to fix the phones and I had to pay $145 to get it replaced. I got my replacement and literally couldn't activate myself and had to go back to Sprint. It wouldn't activate on Sprint network, could still use Wi-Fi. A lot of my Google app settings were switched, but one thing I noticed is I stopped getting phone calls for the extended warranty on the vehicle that I didn't purchase. A few days ago, I was annoyed that those settings that switched made me finding certain things less convenient, so I switched a few back. I've gotten 13 calls in the past 3 days about the extended warranty on a non-existent vehicle. Burn corporate culture and those that support it. Seriously, all they're gonna get on me is that I like games, cats, and beer. Tee. A reasonable expectation of privacy is stupid. /s. The fucked part is my personal data isn't valuable to me, at least financially. It's only valuable when it's used against me. It's not the boring info on one person that is a big deal. It's the collective data of millions. That's where the power lies, brother. Yeah, no, I work in marketing and we know so much more than this. We know when you wake up, when you masturbate, your favorite category, how many poops you take, what diet you're on, how active you are, so much. LOL, true, but there is a long-term danger. Using these data, companies who sell you things will eventually figure out what your economic surplus is and thus be able to charge you exactly the maximum price you're willing to pay. You forgot, bought a toilet seat replacement once, so he must be a collector. Times that by 300 million. It's your data. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Don't mean to sound all sophisticated or anything, but sometimes I add an egg to my instant noodles. In the future, the internet is free. All that you need to log on is your SSN. I just wish the courts would rule that we at least got a cut. It's our data, after all. If they were really selling my browsing information to advertisers, there would be so much more porn adverts by volume. How dare you to collect my data and sell it to advertisers? FTFY. This message sponsored by Facebook and Google. Okay, yeah, but knowing how you think, and how to sell to you, and how to manipulate you based on your patterns and decision making, as well as your location at any given moment are pretty valuable pieces of data. Yeah. I am actually grateful for the data collection because when I get Alzheimer's I can just read all about myself from the collected data and remember exactly how boring I am. I wish companies knew so little about us. A lady wanted to know how much Tinder stored on her. Months of calling, emails, and pestering employees of Tinder they give in and gave her info, which legally they own. It was 800 plus pages. Ironically, I can't get this image to load. This is how I felt when I found out MoviePass had plans to make money by selling the data of their customers' movements after leaving the theater. Oh, so they're just going to tell their third party that I go straight home after going to the movie. We are creatures of habit. I'm in this photo and I don't like it. People joke about stuff like this, saying they have nothing to hide or how data is not personal, etc. But in reality so much metadata can be extrapolated from seemingly pointless things. For example, from usage patterns and behavior we can roughly determine number of users on the computer. Perhaps even their age given how easily they find their way around the site, speed of navigation, etc. Even tracking which links are clicked can help fingerprint the user. Older generation rarely multitasks or has lower screen resolution to help with reading, so those things help as well. Once fingerprinting is completed and system knows at least somewhat reliably who you are, then the profiling starts. And that is a whole different forest of possibilities. Haha, it's funny, undermining the very real threat to our privacy. Haha, Biden 2020 everyone. While I get the humor in what data was mined here, data mining itself is no joke. The only ones laughing are the Chinese. Chinese companies might potentially share your info with Chinese government, which only has power over China. TikTok, for example, was investigated recently and found not to have done it. American companies, objectively proven to give information to the US government, which has much more far-reaching power, and shares intelligence with the Five Eyes, UK, Canada, Australia, and NZ, and NATO countries. Which country should you really worry about? Legitimate question. We all know websites collect our data and sell them to advertisers, and that's a problem, but what if those websites started paying us a cut of what they make selling our data? How would you feel about them then? Unpopular opinion time. They provide us a service by filtering out ads that are of no interest to us. It's not like if they were not targeting you with ads, you'd be getting less ads. You'd just be getting more ads for crochet supplies, country music paraphernalia, and breast reduction products. Ads is what makes the internet free. Reddit, for example, is already providing me a service, the website itself, and the opportunity to discuss and connect with other people. I'm okay with them showing me ads and me not getting a cut. Company, so what info did you get? Website, slaps down folder Company, turns first page I'll pay you to never show anything from this person again. Not funny. Your data is a lot of things. Websites visits, networks affiliated, location, device, browser, other cookies. Some websites track your mouse cursor attention, clicks, preferences, things like age, sex, height can and do get collected and recorded, purchase history, search history, lists go on, likes as in thongs, user subscribes / appreciates on FB, its likes on Insta, its hearts. Other websites have other rankings. This is all user preference data, alone it's only useful for targeted advertisement, but in enough numbers is demographic data that algorithms can and do use. This data isn't free, it's ours, but the internet and advertising is built on it, so we are both consumers and products and pay 2 times for that privilege in some instances, like Amazon or Apple, etc. Thanks for watching. If you could like, subscribe and comment best Reddit stories for more Reddit videos.